And we're really, hey, pun intended, scratching the surface, really, of what these people were trying to do. How like the ancient people would communicate, and they would sketch or etch or actually carve into the walls. And there's something instinctive about that, because those walls, even though they were cave walls, those were the things that protected us from the environment, from danger, that kept us safe. And then you would go and they would inscribe their messages, because those messages were permanent, right? Permanent, that they're actually communicating to us now, thousands of years later. So there's something instinctive when you say, oh, it's like written in stone. Written in stone means, or is the closest thing to permanent, right? Something that's indelible, that's forever. That's what you say. We use that expression. So that's why we like to carve in texture, and it also creates a person, or also gives the person an opportunity to express themselves, right? And express themselves on an instinctive way, a primordial way, and something that is permanent. And that is that's something that we just know whenever we see that carving or that texture. That's something that no other medium can do. Their walls. It wasn't the floor, it was the walls. So these walls are always, even today, what do we put on the walls? We put art on the wall. We want to adorn the wall with beauty, with messages. The carving makes it permanent. It can be outside and inside. It's not precious. It's endured. It can endure the environment. It can last the test of time. Okay, and that's the ultimate testament. And we can go back even further to people that really just lived in a cave. Okay, at the end of the day, in that fire, they needed to express themselves, and they sketched, they painted, and they carved. Okay, the deeper the carving, those were the ones that lasted. Is that you have the ancients who are communicating to us today, right now. Thousands of years ago, we're getting their messages now because we're here. And the wall still exists, their carving still exists. Now you can flash forward to SpaceX, we're going to the moon. Well, the backdrop for the astronauts, and they thought about this prior to launch, the passenger launch, they needed to communicate something as well. It was very important for them to communicate to the stars, but not in English, in Latin. Ad astra, I believe it is. But then let's take the coding one more layer deeper, right, into Morse code. So that's what they brought us. They brought us this idea, and we said, sure, let's do it. So we built up an algorithm that went ahead and was able to translate anything you write into it into a Morse code, right, and even into Latin, ad astra. So we created a 3D textured wall, and that was the backdrop for the astronauts prior to their blast off, because they have a countdown. They may be, positioned for 5, 6, 7 hours when the camera is going to be there. So it's a way to communicate to the masses, create a sense of beauty prior to launch with a deep hidden message in there. And we're proud to be associated with that and help create and provide that to the incredible SpaceX. Hey, Elon, amazing.